Hello.
Hello.
Don't know if we have any eyeballs yet, but
I can't remember your channel name.
it's Angie Designs, West Virginia.
Oh, that's where we're at?
16 of them.
That's where we're at.
Okay.
Oh, WV.
Because I started typing in VOS and
Yeah, the VOA. I'm not there, but it's not where we are. It just made more sense to be on the Crafty channel.
well, heck yeah.
And I'll share it to a couple people.
Nope, that's not the right one. I'm looking.
Do you have the link on your Instagram?
Yeah,
Did-
but
Did have the link on my Instagram.
It's on mine too. I don't think you follow me, Wendy.
no,
It's ANGIDSIGNSWV.
okay, now I'm really lost.
Though if you go to VOA Quest, there's I link to it from that page as well.
That's what it is. And I remember the 1910 because that's how old your house is.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Bower.
I love things like that. I'm into a lot of the history and stuff like that of houses and properties and
Well, I'm just so excited because so I named it the Bower because when I came to see the house, like everything was still green in September. There's a huge magnolia in front of my house, and then there's this other kind of, I don't know what kind of bush it is, but there's this other kind of bush. And on the corner of my property, there's, somebody calls it like a bridal veil bush, and it's like, it's got little white flowers on it, but it and then there's a whole line of hedges that blocks the driveway. So if you're looking down like towards my front door, there's just like this little arch of greenery that you go through to go down to my house. But then it took till November to buy the house and all the leaves are gone. So people were like, why did you name it that? I was like, because
Just wait.
when everything is green, it's it's coated in greenery. It's the Bower. So I was gonna name it Magnolia something because of the huge magnolia tree, but
there's so many magnolia properties out there.
Well, yeah, and the fixer-upper craze, they have that Magnolia company and Magnolia Home and everything. And I was like, I don't want people to think I'm hanging shiplap everywhere.
Don't be a shiplap person.
I do have real wood paneling, though, in my bedroom. But I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. But
what era is it?
It's from either the 40s or the 50s. It's real wood. And
it's better than the 80s.
Oh, yeah, I have some of that in here, too. Somebody, closed in the back sun porch, and then but it's like a gray, so it's not horrible. In my kitchen, though, there's that faux yellow wood paneling, which will go away at some point in the future.
Someday.
But I think we have a few people here.
No, it's me.
Well, and
we're watching ourselves.
We are watching ourselves.
Well, I can't read unless or if somebody types. I don't.
Right, with the comments.
Yeah, the comments. It's a comment.
I'll share it with our group chat and see what happens.
Yes.
But how was your all's week?
Not too
Getting
bad.
back into it.
Yeah.
I played. What's up?
I just got to get my son to make sure he's not failing. Before he's got 3 weeks of school left, and he's failing 2 classes.
Oh no.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? It's like, dude, it's all on your computer. You're totally responsible for it. There's less parental help these days, or not necessarily parental help, but it's just a matter of, dude, if you don't get these in, you fail. You're gonna be taking this over again. This is high school. Welcome to the real world.
It's hard to do online, though. It really is. Like, it's a different kind of pressure, like personal, like pressure to.
He's back in school in person, but all of their homework they do on their Google tablets or something.
Classroom, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they do it all. They are in school every day, but they turn all of their homework in, and everything is done now online more. So it's like, okay, dude, I'm looking on this report, and you have 52 missing assignments in this class. Any of this like papers you need to fill out and turn in? He's like, no, it's all online. And I'm like, well, you better double check your submissions, boy.
It's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Ultimate last night. If you didn't know what Ultimate Frisbee is.
Oh, Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah. We won second in our championship.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. And it's not video game. It's the little Frisbee things where you go around the course, right? Like Frisbee golf?
That is
hey, Heather.
Golf. That's disc golf. So this is
golf.
Ultimate Frisbee, and we play on a soccer-sized field with football end zones, basketball rules, because you can't walk with the disc, and there's 7 people on each field, each side of the field, and you have to switch sides of the field every point. So wherever you started, you're scoring in the opposite end zone.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So we won second in the championship for the whole league.
Woohoo!
This is really exciting.
Well, Heather's here. She met your mom yesterday.
Oh, my mom?
Mm-hmm.
Heather,
Antique Agenda. She was with Peg and Jen and all them in Denver yesterday.
Background paper. I have to double check and read all the labels on these packs of things that I get of like vellum and paper and stuff, because some of them are stickers, and 90% of all the writing is foreign, is Asian writing. So whether it be Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Malaysian, or whatever all of those are, and so I have to read real close to see, is it paper or is it sticker? Hello, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Let's play with paper.
Mary got my Angie Designs mystery box last week.
Probably help if I was in the comments. Just.
Oh, were you in private chat?
Yeah, I was like, nobody's here.
Oh, well, Wendy, what are you working on?
Well, I guess I really like these papers in this pack that I got. And there's some vellum, and there's some regular, and just some different things in here. And I found one of my sketchbooks, and it's got 60 weight paper in it. 60 pound, is that what it's called? 60 pound.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to find something a little stiffer, but I wanted to work with this larger size and just try and maybe do some tinting to the page, a little painting on the page, and then just try and make a collage-y page that I can either cut up with and use on something else, or I don't know, use as one sheet. We'll see. Whatever strikes me.
Go with the flow.
And what are you working on, Kari?
I didn't bring my baby hands over here.
Baby hands.
It's funny because what was it, last week? Or I was on a show and I said something. I was like, oh, I have a bag with some doll arms in it. And they're like.
I know some people would actually make dolls out of these, but like, what is this? Is it a hand? Is it a foot? It looks like toes on a hand.
It looks like somebody like the cartoon where like you hit your finger with a hammer, you
Yeah.
know?
But they're all like this. So I'm gonna put tattoos on them.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then make them into like hanging like Christmas ornaments.
Tattooed arm Christmas ornaments for the tattoo parlor near you.
You're gonna do one that says "Mom" with a swallow or something.
What's Saturday night's?
Yeah, I need to know.
Mary, I don't watch Saturday night. I
don't either.
get told to watch certain ones and that's it.
Yeah, it's like people will send me specific sketches, and then first of all, I'm asleep when it airs because I love my bedtime.
Hey, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne. I hope you had a good sale today. I got real busy. Like, I couldn't even have. Well, I would have people on in the background, but I couldn't actually say anything.
I was at a garage sale today while you were live.
I'm painting. I'm working on my portal pendants, so I'm starting with the background.
Yes.
Because my hands are slightly less shaky today.
Only slightly. I know
That's
that.
all it takes. I just need it to calm down a little bit. But I still have to do the whole bracing, against something. No, we're just hosting Crafty Friday for Helen this week because Devin was supposed to have surgery today, but that may not happen. So it may be on my channel again next week. So we'll play it by ear.
Don't worry about it, Caroline. We'll see you soon. You take care of what you got to take care of. I've had the same thing happen like for the last month.
That's all right.
I was sick for 2 weeks, and then last week I'm like, oh crap, I haven't ran any errands in 2 weeks. I thought I'd get back in time. Of course not.
These things happen.
It's the big L word, life.
Life.
Mary said, it's older. They are country singers, and one of them has baby doll arms, and I haven't watched in years. I guess we're gonna have to look it up.
We're gonna have to find that.
This is like a thing on the
the
youths. They like put a little baby hand in, and then they do like silly things.
Yeah, I have a friend like puts crystals. Well, not as far as like holding it as a hand, but she turns like doll arms into like crystal necklaces. So she puts like a crystal and then electroforms some like metal around it, and
that would be awesome.
It's beautiful. But it would look a little strange with these specific hands.
This is really weird.
Or is there like more like the porcelain hands,
Yeah.
the ones that are
so I watch
hands.
I watch a YouTube channel called Northern Mudlarkers, and it's a mother and daughter in Scotland, and they go along the banks and to the old dumps, and they pull out tiny like frozen Charlotte arms and little doll body pieces, broken ones, and they actually do a lot of recasting. So if they find like a whole one, they'll recast and she'll cast it and then make it in silver pendants and stuff. They do amazing work, and they're so relaxing and fun to watch.
Can you send that one to me?
I don't know how to do that.
Do you know what it's called?
Northern Mudlarkers.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Gail and Alex.
Well, Heather says they find a lot of pipe parts too.
Yes. And I saw Alex make some of them into mushrooms. She would take the old pipe, the bowls, and she would sand down the.
Oh, Claudia's here. I missed her. Hi, Claudia.
And hi, Claudia. And then she turns the pipe upside down, and then she takes a broken stem and she sticks the small part in the top and has it come down bigger at the bottom, and then uses some putty and makes mushrooms out of old clay pipes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to live there. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast, and so there's really not a lot of old rivers and places you can go to and just dig shit out of the dirt, which is one of my favorite things to do.
That's why we have garage sales.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You are digging sometimes. Those are my favorite.
Oh boy, I've got a thrift store over here that she just doesn't take care of the store, and she's got cats in it. And boy, you go digging in there, and you are digging in the dirt.
Oh,
nasty! I don't go digging there very often. The cats don't have her jewelry case, and I try and clear her out once every 6 months to a year of whatever she's got in her jewelry case.
For like collages?
Yeah. Some of the jewelry's okay, and then some of it just for like collaging and different crafty things, because I've got way too much. And I'm gonna start going through the jewelry and start doing jewelry, lots of broken jewelry and stuff. I don't have the ability to. My situation's changing, and I don't know exactly how fast, and so there's talk that my housing situation won't be available to me in the next 6 months. So I'm trying to figure out how to make adjustments.
Yeah, that's a hard game to play.
Yeah, it is. My parents have been gracious enough to let me stay here at my grandmother's place after she passed, and I was just hoping to get my son through school, because the school's just 3 blocks away. He walks, and so I was hoping to get him through, but we'll see what happens. If not, his dad isn't too far away, and I know there's a grant that is available, and I believe this is nationwide. But there's a grant available that if your child starts school in one district and for some reason you have to move to another, the school will provide busing for them to continue within the same school they've been going to, so that they keep with that consistency. So.
Yeah, that's really important. I'm trying to make these less sticky. Any suggestions? They have this like tackiness to it a little bit.
Do you have any nail polish remover?
Well, I tried that first, and it was taking the like beautiful pinky color off. So isopropyl is the best thing I have next, and it's less sticky, but it still has this like.
It's that rubbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This might be contradictory, and I could be totally wrong. And if anybody out there knows, please say something. But I always want to make the sticky go away by like rubbing it in baking powder or baking soda or something with a light powdery texture, so that it like something sticks to the sticky, and then maybe have a better chance of getting it
dry instead.
Yeah, but I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't know. It's just where my brain goes. That's not always correct.
I'm assuming that it's because the plastic is breaking down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the baking soda could react. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm not good with.
Would you want to put your tattoo on it and then do a sealer?
I could do a sealer. So I just, it's like, I don't want to touch it.
The touch. Yeah.
I avoid plastic.
It's not a pleasant sensation. It's like, you know, some of those like certain kinds of gloves have that sensation too.
I don't like the ones that stick to your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is anyone else crafting who's watching?
Yeah. Anybody in the chat making something?
What you doing?
Or if you're just hanging out, that's fine.
I'm just gonna keep watching me do this the whole time.
Be like, oh,
creepy fingers.
Don't touch it.
So,
I was working on her slides for B&B.
Ooh.
which is mine and Heather's talk show that happens on Monday evenings.
Ah.
Yes, I caught that just a little bit last time.
It's on her channel this coming Monday. I haven't got to make my sides yet because life.
I got, well, it's new. It is a new stamp, and I haven't used it yet.
Ooh,
Cute.
So, like flowers and stamps.
so pretty.
So, I'm going to see what that looks like on this page.
I got some paperwork at the garage sale I went to today, so I can make some collages. I think I might take photos so I can like edit them and like draw with them on my tablet. I'm excited.
Yeah, I have grand ideas for So I make the fancy lady tote bags, and they're images from the Smithsonian Open Access. And someday I'm gonna learn, because a lot of them have them like walking by bodies of water, and I want to make something coming up out of the water.
Yes.
Like a kraken,
Yeah.
or Nessie, just something, because I would find that hilarious. But I think I don't know if I'm up to doing that digitally. I might have to like make a good copy and then draw, or though I'm a terrible drawer. I am not.
So, yeah, I know that feeling.
It's just practice.
I do really good when it comes to slapping some color down and then making it kind of look like something, and people like the doodles, people can see whatever they want to see in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to something realistic or semi-realistic in this case, not always so good.
So this ephemera pack,
Yes, Heather.
and most of the ephemera paper that you see from me, unless I go digging into some, because I do have some vintage packs that I'm actually selling. So if you're interested in vintage greeting cards and different things, I'm definitely selling some of that. But a lot of what I got came from, oh wow, I haven't been watching it, so I can't think of it. Spectrum Art Creations. On Saturdays, they have a live craft sale. They also have a Etsy channel and a .com where they have their own, where you can go order from them off their website. But they have a lot of the stamps. I got a lot of the stamps from them. I got a lot of the paper ephemera and the decorative paper. And if it's plain, that's what I had to start with. And then if it's got images and beautiness to it, it came from Spectrum Art Creations, and then a local store also. But the best stuff came from Spectrum. They have a great sale on Saturdays. I'm one of those that if I don't have money, I don't go to a sale, because I will buy even if I don't have money. So please, anyone out there?
I was on Kari sale, and I was like, okay, I don't need to buy anything. And then like the first 3 things I bought, because so then I was like, okay, sorry, Kari, you have to go on the TV and off of my phone so I can watch.
Yeah.
And not purchase.
Exactly. I'm like, I had to, as a matter of fact, the last order I did with them, I was like, I had ordered a whole bunch more stuff, and I'm like, I'm so very sorry, but something came up and I don't have that amount of money at this time, but I can do half that order. And they're like, not a problem. And I said, I'll be back when I have money again. I love you. I'll be back when I have money again. So yeah, I need to do some more sales. I actually need to figure out how to get my channel working still. I'm very, if part of one of my mental issues is dealing with paperwork and timing and important shit, like the fact that, you know, if I would have filled out stuff for HUD housing, I may have a house right now. Instead, I'm 3 years on a waiting list that I still haven't signed up for.
Yeah. I get that
So,
feeling. The most important things are the ones that get pushed off.
The executive dysfunction. Yeah.
Yes. There are days I really wish I just had someone in my life. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Someone manage me, please.
A mentor that could help me get through paperwork. At one point in time, I was going to live with my brother, and we had talked about the fact that I just needed help managing my money. And he's like, no problem. And the first time I got money when he was there, he's like, okay, now give me your paycheck. And I'm like, dude, that's not helping me manage my money. That's not
relinquishing control, just like encouraging deadline.
Yeah. It's like, that's not how this show's gonna roll, brother boy.
That's a different kind of something, you know.
Claudia, impulse buying is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially on live sales. And well, I will be selling on Whatnot in the near future. So I have been going to Whatnot sales. And it's
I haven't been to one yet. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm not sure what's up with this Whatnot thing. I've missed 4 conversations about it. I was sick when it went through the group, and so I haven't even gone backtracked.
It's so easy to buy.
Yeah, it's like accidentally.
Not what I need to hear.
And accidentally, like I had my like pinky just hit the bid button, and I was like, I got outbid again. But
good. It reminds me of Tomb Raider when she comes in and sits down and gets the guy's attention and accidentally bids $1.2 million on something, and she's like, "Yeah, I got the money, but I really don't want to spend it." Someone else outbid her, and she's like, "Oh God."
I think Mom accidentally bought somebody's like baseball cards, and she's like, I didn't even touch it. So it is a little difficult. I think it's just navigation. Just like make sure you're not gonna touch the screen on accident.
Yeah. And the nice thing is that Whatnot does play in the background. So like you can minimize it, be listening for, say, giveaways, and be, you know, doing something else.
I think that was Mom's problem, though. She had like not been in the app. It wasn't closed. And she came back in. What? You right?
Yeah, I just had a magnet go against my tablet, and I'm like, no! I thought I was going to freak it out, but it didn't seem to do.
It'd be fine.
Didn't seem to be bad. Okay.
Yeah, just put that on the other side of the table. Yeah.
Yeah. It's part of my stamping board. So stamp sticks here.
Hi, Helen.
And then the magnets hold the paper in place. And if you don't get it stamped the first time, you can always go back and restamp.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. This one I'm okay with. This is an okay model. They have a different one that I would have preferred, put out by the company called Hunky Dory out of England. Oh, Hunky Dory makes some awesome tools. Cheap stuff that was just blows my mind.
You outbid yourself, Leanne.
Yeah,
Leanne, aren't you supposed to be taking a nap? We saw this. I'm gonna call you out.
I think I'm just going to avoid Whatnot because it sounds like I could get into a lot of trouble. I do just fine with my wonderful YouTube people.
Yeah.
I just wanted to try it. I'm mainly going to do it with my crafty things, I think, not vintage, because I love the vintage community.
Me too.
Some of them are, you know, migrating over there as well, but a lot of them probably won't. So I don't want to abandon the people who basically got me onto YouTube, right?
Yeah. I think most people, if they're gonna do Whatnot, they'll do YouTube sales as well.
Yeah. So.
How did I miss? What did I miss? I don't know. I'm lost again.
Leanne says she outbid herself on Whatnot, and then Yeah, because that button, like, well, especially if it's a bidding war situation, if you're not careful,
Mm-hmm.
you just got to make sure you see somebody else's name as the winning bidder before you hit that button. But I do absolutely love the giveaway feature. I think that makes it really easy.
They got a giveaway feature, huh?
Mm-hmm. You have to be following the person who's doing it, and you have to be in the auction while it's happening. And then you hit enter the giveaway. The person hits a button, it rolls and picks the winner.
Then you don't have to have some random site in the background.
Right. And the automatic shipping and charging and everything seems very, very helpful. I'm just going to be like overly cautious about the weights and everything because I don't want anybody to get overcharged for shipping.
Well, I kind of started
All
with
my craft stuff's going to be super light, so I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
I might do some coins or ephemera too.
I don't know. I have some vintage stuff. Maybe I'll just do vintage on Mom's channel. Because I don't buy that much vintage unless it's for me, for fun. Or to make with.
I need to do more craft boxes again. Start getting those. I just haven't been sure what I wanted to do with them. I found my gesso because the cookbook I've been working on, I'm going to put it in a binder, and the way I was taught I guess the way I was taught is that if you don't want the image from your binder to show through, you should cover it in gesso, especially like white gesso. Well, I found one tub of my white gesso, and I don't know how old it was because I bought it used, but by the time I got to it, it wasn't right.
Yeah, it gets moldy if you leave it.
I shook it, and it had this oily, gloopy, I've separated and I've spoiled smell and texture, and I'm like, nope. So I threw that away. And then I pulled out I had an old bottle of Bob Ross white gesso that I found at a garage sale. And it's still okay, except for the fact that it's kind of chunky in places. It's got dry pieces that carry with it. So I've used almost all of it up. And I covered like 3 or 4 outsides of things I want to use for binders and scrapbooks that I'm like, I want to cover these things. And yes, it's got little chippies in it, but nobody's going to notice that once it's covered with fabric. So I'm like, let's just use this crap. And I think I finally have no more white gesso left. So it's like, yeah, I get to start fresh. Kind of a nice feeling with some items sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Leanne, do you have something exciting happening tonight? Is that why you need a nap?
I think I need to refresh over here. There we go. Yes! I knew something was wrong. You guys were talking and I wasn't seeing what was going on.
I've had the chat freezing a lot lately.
Really?
I've always done that ever since I started watching YouTube lives. My tablet likes to do that. It just likes to freeze. And I'm like,
randomly. Whoop. Oh, that's right.
Oh, you're on Jody's channel.
Wait.
Oh, that's is that the Booty Emporium?
Yeah, J Booty Emporium is tonight.
Yeah.
I knew that.
We're ready. Last time Jody talked about my favorite person from the Pioneer days, and her name is what is her name?
Is this the snake person?
Yes, Rattlesnake Cake Kate. Yes. She's fantastic. So she found these rattlesnakes, and there's a blizzard.
Yeah, go take a nap. You're gonna have a long night, man.
Yes,
You have a long night.
It should be fun, yes. So Rattlesnake Kate got her name because she shot over 100 snakes because they were rattlesnakes because they were going to hurt her and her son and someone that was with them. And she kills them all. They're safe. And she takes all the snakes and makes a dress out of the snakes, which is so cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to be on there next week, and so I'm trying to think of who I'm going to present. I haven't decided yet. I have a few ideas, but unfortunately, most of them are they don't have a great ending, but they're still awesome people, you know?
It's okay.
Well,
some of the best people have the worst
because I studied Eastern Europe, so and a lot of Holocaust, so that's where most of my knowledge of cool people comes from. And as you can tell, the Holocaust wasn't a good thing. So the unfortunate ends.
Yes, it was self-defense. She didn't just kill a bunch of snakes for it. You're right, Leanne.
She just wanted a fancy dress.
Did you guys see that?
Sticker?
Is that a sticker one?
It is a sticker.
Oh, I got canvas that has sticker backing. So I'm gonna paint on it and then cut them out, and then they can be like patches.
Yes! Oh, that's awesome. Well, those are some of the best things to find. I got my parent tools. Things are never too far away for me. Unless, of course, I've buried them.
But what if I just tell the story about my old cat? She killed a rattlesnake once.
What?
We had this amazing cat. Her name was Sweetie. She was an outdoor cat her entire life.
Mm-hmm.
She lived to be 20.
Wow.
Which for an outdoor cat, you know, she was tough.
Yeah.
And then she started coming indoors, and like we became her retirement home for like the last 3 years of her life. But she would just come in to like take her medicine because she had thyroid issues, and just like me and the rest of my family. And so we would give her medicine, which she would not take her medicine in anything. Like we tried everything, 5 different kinds of like wet cat food. She just would not take it. And then she was, well, my lap specifically was her favorite place to like spend an evening. Mm-hmm. And I had to get up. I was eating something with like dipping in ranch. And I came back and she was like licking my ranch bowl clean. And so I asked my dad, who was a vet, and I was like, what if we give her medicine and ranch dressing? Because obviously she likes it. And for like 4 years, that's how she took her medicine. He's like, it's not good for cats, but she's 17. So if she'll eat it and she'll take her medicine,
let her do it.
Her second favorite food was hot dogs.
Oh boy. My cat doesn't like wet food either. He refuses. He'll smell it, he'll lick it, that's it. No, thank you.
Yeah, it took my older cat, Malcolm, he needs stuff for his kidneys. And, well, no, it's for crystals. And it took like a few different, but then I found one cat food that he absolutely loves. And so I have to be sure and order that every single time. Uh-oh. I think she was having some issues.
Yeah.
Hopefully she makes it back.
I got my cat a backpack so he can sit in it.
With
So
the window?
No, we go and walk. So I put him on my back, and he's got this big like bubble to look
Yeah,
at.
with the bubble window?
Yeah, and he loves it. He like the first time we did it, I brought him back and I like plopped him down, and he wouldn't leave the backpack. He's like, "Let's go back, please, please." Yelling at me for it to go back outside.
I think she's back.
Hi.
Are we back?
We're back. Somebody tried to call me in Messenger, or my phone doesn't. Because I don't do a regular phone. I have a. Yeah. My other half has the phone, and this phone just has the internet. See if I can figure out where I was. Ah!
You were working on something.
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
Making a page.
Oh,
So
there
we
you
just
go.
kind of blotted some vintage photo distress ink on the bottom, and I put the stamp on first, and then I was trimming out this half of that sticker because I want to use these two pieces together. And I've got a bumblebee stamp, and so yeah, so I thought I would play with this a little bit. And
Kari has a cool artwork of a bee.
I love bees. I'm gonna do a votive candle next for a bee.
Nice.
Like the cat.
Bee Avenue will like it.
Yes, V Avenue will love it. I met somebody who showed me her entire wall of bees, and there was 100 pieces on this wall. It was beautiful.
Wow.
I have a piece from a gallery in Florida that's bees from an artist, and honeybees are my other half and I. It's kind of our little thing. There's a steam-powered giraffe song out called Honeybee, and that's
steam-powered giraffe. I haven't heard that one. I have.
Yeah, they're kind of fun.
Sweet. I have a honeybee song too. I don't know who it's by. Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
Aha.
That's a put a song on repeat kind of thing.
Oh. What's that one song? Wild and free, and I'm gonna be your sweet honeybee. Oh.
Was that in Juno?
Was that in Juno?
I think so. Yeah, it's in their soundtrack.
Your sweet honeybee. Yeah.
But I don't know who sings it originally.
I don't either. I loved that soundtrack, but I also loved the what was their roller derby movie? Whip It.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's good. It's about roller derby, and I love roller derby. I had plans to learn how to play roller derby.
They told me I was too skinny and I would get broken. I told them they were full of shit. But they still wouldn't let me play.
But I had a friend who played, and I would go to their bouts and support them. But roller skating is one of those things my doctor told me was a bad idea to do, especially with how fierce roller derby can get. Because while wearing a helmet is good, it doesn't protect the vulnerable part of my head where I have no skull right here. So if I caught like a stopper there or something, could be game over. So
that would be a real stopper.
Yeah. So no derby for me.
Okay.
If I had lots of extra time, I'd learn how to be an NSO, but
an NSO,
which is non-skating official.
Oh,
somebody who calls fouls and stuff. But
yeah.
Oh, there's Steph. Hi, Steph.
Steph? I don't see Steph yet.
My thing froze
Well,
again.
my
but-
phone is a little bit faster
Nugget.
than the chat
Nuggets.
or nuggets. Well, I think I'm done with black for right now. You can switch colors. So here's we've got the sky behind
Nice.
a school for magic.
Nice.
And then we've got the sky behind a UFO.
That's exactly where it should go.
Yes. And then, of course, a TARDIS. Floating around.
Brandy's so excited.
There's another castle, and then this one's gonna be hard to see, but it's a peacock and a window. It's hard to see them until they're painted, but
Yeah.
I'll get there eventually. Now, what blue looks like TARDIS color is the question. Actually, I should go ahead and do the tiny windows.
I got this really interesting new paint that I was very bummed because I bought a set and I was bummed when I realized there's no red, blue, or yellow in the set.
Excuse
of
me?
paint. Yeah.
Those
No
are
red,
the only ones I want.
I know, and one of them I got in the set was kind of didn't work right, so it was the thing had leaked, so it's not paint anymore. Now it's clump.
Yeah.
So I've got to take that one back.
Is it water-based?
Maybe
What kind of paint is it?
it's 3D stamp paint, and it is permanent. And it is water resistant after it dries. And I know to clean it up, I need soap and water. But I don't think adding water is going to help it at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes
Especially after.
it's that simple, but...
Oi. They turned it into the medicine opener where you got to pull a little thing on the side right there so that you can read the label. I have no nails this week.
Steph is upset.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even notice it when I went to buy it. I'm like, I didn't even think about it. So it came with walnut brown metallic, and this is a 3D stamp paint. So if I took, if I take my a stencil and a palette knife and I run it over a stencil and then I lift the stencil off, it'll leave a 3-dimensional paint behind. And there's a green. I got a metallic green, and it's a really pretty green. And there was like, and then I got black. They got you the black and the white, okay. And of course, a metallic purple. It's always nice when, I'm very happy with these two colors.
Now, y'all, let me tell you, nobody actually calls me until I am live in some fashion.
I understand.
The one time I forget the do not disturb.
So we
I
got
think it happened last Friday too.
silver gold and we've got steel metallic. But
That's not
yeah, I'm actually going to go online and see if I can find some more colors from this company and get at least, the basics. The basics.
Or tell them that you want basics, because
Yeah, no, this is one of those things I ordered from Spectrum without thinking about it. And I do like them, and I know if I send the brown back, they'll give me one that's good and not mucky gucky. And then I don't know where they got them because they do a lot of shopping in Florida, and they find these things on really good deals, and they order with companies, and they have arrangements to do some of this stuff and sell certain people's stuff. So I need to just, go online and see if there's more colors from this company. Amazon! And all else fails, Amazon.
Do you watch Doctor Who, Kari?
no. I knew there was gonna be a ouch.
Hey, I resisted for a very long time. I think I've only been watching for about 5 years now. I got all caught up, and then I stopped actually for the past year or so, but I'm trying to get caught back up.
It's okay. I'm confused by the order in which they did things this year because I know that Jodie Whittaker's supposed to be leaving, and I don't know how many false trails the BBC's putting out there, but we've had like 3 different new Doctor announcements, with one of them being David Tennant coming back.
Well,
If David Tennant comes back,
David and Donna were pictured on set. I saw the pictures.
Yes,
today.
David, Donna, and at one point in time, he had a daughter in one episode.
Who is actually his wife in real life.
Yeah, and she's been spotted
and the
as well.
daughter of a former doctor.
Yes, and actually what it was is the way that the episode went is that when he was beamed on the ship, they genetically recreated him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's how she came to be.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
I love that episode. Who knows who's paid enough attention to really figure out who Captain Jack Harkness is?
It's the face of Bo.
Mm-hmm. I told somebody
Spoilers.
that once, and they're like, "No way!" And I went back, and
It's
I'm
not
like,
a spoiler. Everybody
"That's
knows.
not a spoiler when you watch the episodes in a row." He says it.
Caitlin, so my sister has made me watch like maybe 2 episodes, but I haven't watched it on my own. It's one of those things where I like there's so much to catch up on that I.
Well, yeah,
like,
I had to
don't know if
start.
should
I started
start.
with 9. I haven't watched the original ones.
Didn't watch the originals either. Nope.
No,
Started with
9.
9. Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah.
Started the reboot right there with Christopher and Rose.
That's all you need.
Right.
That's all you need. Yep.
I mean, it's still a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's
I mean,
a lot.
there's. I think you would like it, Kari. Like, and I, as the person who was on the other side of this conversation for a very long time, I really think you would enjoy it. I think Kari's frozen. They're having snow.
Ah, snow. No. Well, I know that happens. I went to Colorado. When I went to Colorado,
Nothing's
it was
sticking on the ground.
monsoon.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
As long as it's not
They said
accumulating.
branches will be falling off of trees. Like that's how. Last night,
So I think I want to decorate the sticker.
coming over. You're decorating the sticker?
So I'm going to put some of the vintage photo color so that it gets that sepia color. And then I'm going to take some of these paints, these 3D paints. And I did something the other night. I don't have the samples in here, but I took some really small silicone tools and kind of like, I had a picture that was like a walkway with some trees around it. And I did some black to highlight the black areas, and I did some silvery green for the foliage, and it really looked kind of fun.
Yeah, hey,
I don't know.
on the grass, yeah. On the roads, it was raining before, like it was pretty wet, but it's not quite stuck yet. I bet I should go home earlier than before.
We have we're down to 83 degrees instead of 92.
Oh, it is.
But my ACs
70.
are working, so I'm not
Oh.
having to fan myself. So
It's like 78 on my back porch.
well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've actually gotten some work done out there. And some work done around the house, reorganizing. More boxes taken to Goodwill.
97. Jeez. Yeah, we went from 77 to 35
Boy.
in less than 12 hours.
That's
Yeah. My other half, he's from Florida. He finds it strange when it changes in the spring here. We can be in the 70s in the daytime and down to like the 40s or at night, and he's like, how can it change that many degrees in temperature from day to night? He's used to Florida and its consistencies.
Oh yeah, don't come to Colorado.
I like when it's cooler at night. As soon as the sun goes down, then I can exist outside.
Yeah. It only gets that way for about a week around here, where the temperature is so hot that it won't cool you down at night. It doesn't happen a lot out here, but it does. A couple of weeks in the year. We hit triple digits usually a couple of weeks out of the year in the valley. But, you know, you travel 4 hours from here, 200 miles where my parents live over the pass into Central Oregon, and it's a 10-degree difference all year round. And they barely hit triple digits over there. The wind is a little colder and a little sharper, but they're on the high desert, and I'm in a valley.
Where is that?
Central Oregon is Bend, Redmond area, Mount Bachelor, Sisters. If you like the high desert, it's a great place to visit in Oregon. And if you're coming from Colorado this direction, you'll most likely have to drive through. Because if you go north out of Colorado, across Utah, over into Idaho, and then across eastern Oregon, Bend is the town you'll hit before you hit I-5. You'll hit Bend on Highway 97.
Okay.
It's a nice little town. It's a little expensive, but it's a nice little town.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, that's where I grew up. I was born here in Southern Oregon in Medford, and when I was 4, my parents moved north to Redmond, and I graduated from Redmond High School and got done there and came right back to Southern Oregon where my grandmother was, and the rest of the family.
Steph has a question for you, Wendy.
Oh,
You see
I'm
that?
not in Bend. My parents are just outside of Bend in Redmond. And I'm now in Southern Oregon, which is about 4 hours, just going over the mountain pass. For me, it's nothing. I grew up making that drive all my life. And so, yeah, I'm just a little bit south of there now, but I was born in Oregon. I've never really left. I lived in Colorado for a month, and I traveled on the road with my first ex-husband for 9 months. As a long-haul truck driver's wife. And that's pretty much it. When I was little, my family took a big trip around the country, and we made it all the way to Walt Disney World and then came back, but I was like 11. So, and now I'm just sitting on the West Coast, waiting for what's next.
She said, are you near Grants Pass?
Yes. Oh, yes, yes, I am near Grants Pass. I'm the next town, well, 2 towns down from Grants Pass, but yeah, I like Grants Pass. They got a really good Goodwill there. Their Goodwill in Grants Pass is spot on.
Good Goodwill.
The good.
Oh,
The good
I have a friend. Yeah, it's a good Goodwill. I have a friend who collects a specific type of cup and tea set, and it's a mug set done by that they do all the artists. So like there's Degas and there's Monet and there's Cezanne and all of the famous artists on mugs. I found her the coffee press, the French coffee press that went with the set at that place. I thought she was going to pee her pants.
I love finding stuff I know people are going to love.
They left Bend to go to Tennessee. Hold on. Maternal grandmother. Born in Bend. Oh, after they traveled in a cover from Tennessee. That's awesome. That's awesome. There's actually a few Oregon Trail things. My dad's into gold mining, and there's a whole story about one of the people who came over, one of the groups that came over, and they found gold in one of the streams, but they were so thirsty, nobody had realized what was going on until they got to town and found the nuggets in the bottom of the bucket. Yeah. And nobody has ever found that stream since. It's actually one of the lost Oregon things. They call it the Blue Bucket Mine or the Blue Bucket Stream. looking for pieces. That is so awesome.
I want to find treasure.
Yeah, Bend is pretty cool. Pretty cool little area. They've got Mount Bachelor for skiing. The weather there is... So when I moved to Medford, all I remember my entire life is the fact that whenever we came to visit, it was always humid here. And I loved the humidity. And so I was happy. Well, it's not super humid. It's not like Florida humidity. The reason they had the humidity is because we used to have a valley full of pear and peach trees, and the climate was much better suited for it, and it was great. But since then, the climate has changed. The humidity in the valley is absolutely nothing anymore, and we've totally changed now to where we're growing grapes. They took out all of the peaches. 90% of all the peaches and pears have come out of the valley, and they're now growing grapes. So, I am so going to have to watch Jody's show tonight then. You're going to go through items from your great-grandmother's steamer trunk. Oh, that's so awesome.
It's awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
a genealogy fanatic. As a matter of fact, half the stuff on my bed is just genealogy paperwork I've got to sort and store.
Yeah, I was watching it was a Whatnot auction, and he had never opened these bags of ephemera from a lot that he'd purchased. So he was just like opening bags and just selling them as he was like going through it. And they were like letters from somebody who was in World War II, and like his immunization records, and it was all kinds of things, and it was fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
I was able to watch and not buy anything, accidentally or otherwise.
My biggest problem when I see a lot of the ephemera is, for me, I'm like, is there a family name in there? Is this somebody I might know, or somebody who may have known my family? I have a really hard time even watching ephemera lots just because of that. And I'm like, nope. I got enough. If people, I find enough stuff that I can share the ephemera I find instead of buying other people's. And I just have to keep my head down. And it's like, no. And I have a few people out in the world that I've given the family names to. And the family names too, and so they're always looking out. There's a few books out in the world that I really want to get my hands on, and the problem being that trying to get them like online, they're really expensive. And so I'm like, someday out in the world I will find the Courier genealogy books, and somewhere out in the world I will find a book that gives me all this history from Amesbury and Salisbury, Massachusetts, and I will find it all eventually.
I think it comes to you when it needs to come to you, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I showed Angela that piece I found at the garage sale, and I have been ogling at all of these pieces. What are they called? Let me show
They're
you.
like silhouette art, but it's the reverse painted silhouettes.
Ooh. That's so cool, Grant's Pass.
Yeah, I found this guy.
Well, if you're ever in this area, I know those.
Yeah. And I just found it at the garage sale right next to me. And it was just waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wait for them to come to me naturally.
I noticed that if I put it out to the universe, it tends to... You got to put it out there to the universe, because you got to have clarity. If you're not clear with the universe on occasion, they can just...
You watch the girl who does the bathrobe reels on Instagram?
Bathrobe reels?
So she's like in a bathroom yelling at the sky. And then she'll come back to us. She's like, it's called manifesting. Look it up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I think I shared one today, and she's laying flat on the grass, and she's like, I need a break. Maybe a cheeseburger or some wine. I need a break. Or she's setting her intentions. But
yeah, honestly, like even clothes that, because I've almost always had mostly like used clothes, and even when I was a kid, I would be like, oh, I like that somebody's wearing that, and I would find it like maybe after I really wanted it, but like it came naturally, you know?
oh, I used to be real bad at buying fast fashion.
I've got this
So
little
trying
lip
to be
on my
better. Actually, my goal for 2022 was to not buy any new clothing, so I've been doing all thrifted clothing when I need something, and it's been working so far, and we're in almost to 6 months.
Nice.
Which, if you had told me 2 years ago that I would not be buying new clothes at a ridiculous rate, I would have been like, hey, you're funny.
Yeah. The newest thing it is. I've noticed that too, but I'm the same way. I've done that with my clothes, and I'm like, I've got too many clothes. So first I'm going to get rid of, and I didn't think I had been getting rid of that much. And then I went and I redid my closet, and I'm like, everything I own is in one half of the closet, so he can have the other? No. I was never going to. When I moved into this house, I had 3 full closets. There are 3 full-size bedrooms in this house, and I have all 3 of those closets, plus tubs, plus dressers full of clothes. I'm like...
It's hard to work through it all, yeah.
Yeah, but it was really great. 90% of it I'd gotten too fat for anyway. It's like, well, if I can't fit into it, there's no need to keep it.
Yeah, someone else can use it.
Exactly. So yeah, I was very proud of myself there. The new clothes, the only thing we've purchased, and we did it off of Amazon, so I didn't have to go into a regular store, and that's socks and underwear.
Yeah, underwear's hard. Yeah.
Underwear is really not hard for me, and people are going to look at me strange, but I am addicted to the men's Hanes boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs are great.
Yeah, and they don't have the elastic. They have the fabric, but there's a fold over for the soft waist. And I'm like,
they're soft.
Yeah,
they're really soft.
They're comfy. They come down my leg a little bit.
Guys, I can't buy new underwear until next year, so stop.
Oh, I had to have more. There was no waiting for me. I'm like, I have 3 pair of underwear left. This is not going to cut it. My other half, he wears the Dickie socks because he likes the good Wickaway socks.
Yeah.
It's like, honey, I have 1 pair of socks left. He had 3 socks, 3 individual socks that he would rotate through to make.
No, I can't wear socks that are different. Like, if they don't match, then I'm not going to be very comfortable inside of them.
Well,
I'm only going to be thinking about my socks.
I wear compression socks every day, and luckily they do make cuter ones than they used to, but they're not exactly. It's hard in the summertime to wear compression socks because people look at you strangely. Not that I care, but they add extra heat to you, which is, they do make like compression leggings that leave your feet free, but they're hotter than just socks. So I just try to find socks that match my outfits and just go with it. Okay, what colors should I do next? Here, I started on a beach. Oh, but dope. But I got to put some highlights on the waves because you can't see the difference between the ocean and the sky. Yeah. But I'm going to do some white caps on the waves. I did do, and I have to do white on the TARDIS too for the.
Nice. Are you modeling them too? What are you using for modeling? A little bit.
So the design is clay that I stamp with a design.
Nice.
And then I paint them, and then I clear coat them, and then I add a word from a newspaper or magazine that I feel goes with whatever the image is on the inside, and then I add beads to match it, and these are called pendant portals because they're.
You could put WWTDD. What would the doctor do?
I think I want to find time and just put time in there.
Nice. I had a friend who made a wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey time garden. She likes her puns.
Steph says that she had to wear compression socks a couple years ago, and she was shocked at how good they felt.
They do feel good.
You feel pretty good.
I almost died 2 years ago due to PEs in my lungs. So the clots formed behind my right knee, all of them. So they were like, compression socks would be a good idea. And therefore I've worn them every day since. Because PTSD and health issues is a thing. But
I'm glad that they can be cute now.
They can be cute. I have some, let's see, what ones I have right now are black with stars on them. I've got some with sharks on them for summertime.
Cute.
Some with parrots on them. And then I've got some with hedgehogs. There are shrooms on the hedgehog ones.
Oh, love it.
And then I've got like plain black and white, and then others that just like have circles and stuff on them.
I think they would be really cute underneath like a dress or a skirt.
Oh yeah, I wear like in the summer like just knee-length skirts with them, and then I'm like, I don't care.
Perfect.
Y'all have a problem with my socks? I honestly don't care. Not that I still don't go out very much, so it's not that much of an issue.
I'm gonna show all.
Do we have a tattoo?
We got multiple tattoos. Look at this. So I did all these. Oh my gosh.
Those are amazing.
Oh, they're so cute.
This one, I'm not loving this finger, so just don't look at that. See? Hello, everyone. Yan said she's used them too.
Yeah, I have some thigh-high ones. Like if I'm going somewhere fancy, and I just want my legs to look like legs, then I have just like that ones. But yeah, they're compared to regular thigh-highs. They stay up way better than any other thigh-high I've ever worn.
Yeah, I did get some thigh-highs that have like extra like rubbery sticky.
That's what these have
on that. Yeah. And they're like anti-rip too.
Yeah.
Which is the only kind. What are those, Steph? You didn't see these yet? If you're talking to me. They're baby hands /
baby
hands with toes. They're really, they're like pink.
They're toe hands.
Yeah. That's what I've been calling them. But I'm gonna like make them so they can hang on a Christmas tree because I'm a weirdo.
Because it's better than shotgun shells.
Yeah, that's true. Because we can't like wear these. This is weird to me. I think they're a little too big for earrings, to be honest.
They could be tiny air plant holders.
That would be cute with like
Put little magnets on the back of them and put them on a little strip where you can stick them to your refrigerator.
yeah, a magnet would be cute. Or like make a glove / like
Glove.
macrame holder.
Hello, glove.
Do you like them, Steph? I'm putting tattoos on them.
Tattooed toe hands.
I'm gonna try and erase it though. Let's see.
Okay, this is the part where my hands need to not shake.
That's the part where my hands always shake.
Right.
I'm like, I'm doing great. Wait, I gotta be really still and careful on this one. Okay.
Let's do little tiny lines.
She likes my painted jacket better. I did make these.
I loved your jacket for your protest. It was amazing.
I made these because I printed them on a fabric material I have. So I have like little patches of them now. That's what I was cutting earlier. It's a no-step snake.
All right, here we go. There we've got the... Can you see the detail? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
So yeah, I caught last season's they did like a series thing, and then it ended, but they've got these extra little specials that came along, and I'm lost in all the extra specials. And when the new one where she actually regenerates, I haven't figured out when that one is airing yet. I really despise
It's usually around Christmas, isn't it?
Yes, but they do things really strange. They've already put out the Sea Devil one. I just watched that one. Evidently, it came out a month ago. And the way I watch TV, I stream everything. So sometimes I never know when something's actually been put out into the world and when my streaming service is going to. It's not a service. It's just streaming without paying. When they're actually going to get it. So right now I'm watching television with Soap, the number 2, and then Day. So Soap Today. And it don't have a lot of interruptions. It doesn't when you first start a show, it'll like redirect you for like 3 or 4 times, and then it'll just start and it'll play the show without any problems. Which usually most free streaming services, I find they like to redirect you in the middle of the show, and that just annoys the holy crap out of me.
You could have an ad blocker.
It doesn't work. Not on those sites. So yeah, I'm really happy though with the Soap Today. I think the ad blocker works on that one. So yeah, I'm happy to. I watch television incessantly. I'm actually a little bit annoyed when there's nothing on.
Having it in
YouTube, right?
Yeah, that's why I like everyone is just live constantly. I can have a friend,
right?
I don't do as good in the live stuff as often if I'm not. Sometimes my brain's just not there for it, so I'm like, give me like. And I have watched. I don't know how many times I have watched Time Team. But there's this British archaeology show called Time Team, and you can find it on YouTube. And I have watched every episode on YouTube at least twice. And I keep watching.
I love those kinds of shows. Just the comfort one. You can like quote it and you still want it in the background. Yeah.
Okay. American television and British television have got nothing on the Aussies. I'm watching MasterChef Australia. Did you realize they have over 60 episodes in a season?
What? 60?
Wow.
60 some odd episodes in a season because they're airing it 2 and 3 times a week.
They're
There
not
is-
playing.
Yeah, they're not playing around with this MasterChef. I'm loving the season of MasterChef Australia right now, and it's fans versus favorites, and those people, they got some stuff to show. It's fun.
I have been
Excuse-
watching a lot more Australian like stuff just in general.
Was Franny Fisher? Franny Fisher was Australian.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Have you not seen Franny Fisher? She was a 1920s lady detective.
Lady
Ah.
detective.
Yes, in Australia. They just put a movie out for it on. I think it's on Acorn though. It was on Netflix for a while, but I absolutely love her. Yeah, I can't. I mean, she's just amazing. She carries a little pistol and dresses like a flapper, and it's lovely. Of course, there's chemistry with an actual detective, which is always fun.
Wait, is she not actually a detective?
Well, I mean,
Actually detective.
women couldn't be. She's like a private detective.
Oh.
She's smarter than the cops.
Yeah, she solves the. She's usually the one solving the mysteries.
She solves the mystery, they take the credit.
Something like that.
Sounds classic. Okay, I tried to erase it and now I have a purple pink. And I'm just trying to paint the nails. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, booger. That doesn't work. I made the bird green and sparkly, and I accidentally painted over its eye, and now the black eye is green and sparkly. I know. That's not what we were going for.
Steph, are you working on anything? She's still here.
Okay. I need brown. Brown.
Ah, that didn't work. Well, that's messy.
Laying in bed.
Hey,
What kind of food do you want,
I'd
Steph?
love to be there in bed. I'm tempted to just have cheesecake for dinner.
Yum.
Wait, do you have gluten-free cheesecake?
Aldi every year for Celiac Awareness Week puts out these cheesecake samplers in
We
the
don't have
freezer.
those.
Ugh. And you get 2 pieces of chocolate chip, 2 pieces of lemon, 2 pieces of raspberry, 2 pieces of plain cheesecake, and they're freezer. So
Perfect.
whenever they come out, I buy 3 and throw them in my freezer. And they were just out at my Aldi this week, and I haven't had a piece yet. And I'm like, maybe I should have cheesecake. I'll have some veggies or something first, but
It's gonna ruin the cheesecake.
I'm gluten-free too, so
yeah.
I try.
It's really good because, I mean, I'm sure you know that baking your own stuff gets really annoying.
No, I just don't even want to. It's so much
hard.
trial and error. It's so much.
Well, I know the gluten-free baking. I stopped. Like I did like in the beginning, like 7 years ago, start doing like I was gung ho. I was trying to make everything, and then I just got tired.
There's a gal on
But there are good mixes now, at least compared to
there's
what
a
was.
gal on the cooking competition on the Australian Master Chef with celiacs, and she's won like every dessert competition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
It's
I would
just
love
that
to
it's
see,
an
like-
entirely new like chemistry deal, and it doesn't act like flour. Like flour is easy to like expect how it's gonna act,
Yeah.
but it's a completely different story.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't.
All right, so there's my sticker so far.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Keto. Can you eat keto? People they go to Pizza Hut. I don't even know, pizza places, and they're like, look, we have keto pizza, and it's just cheese, sauce, and like pepperonis, and you like eat it as a bowl, which like sounds awful.
At least do like the cauliflower crust or something.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
You don't have to punish yourself that much.
Yeah, because some of the cauliflower crusts are pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I have a noodles and company like really close to our house,
Mm.
and that is the best option. But it's not. You can't have if you're strictly gluten free, then
Yeah, I have to be. I have to be very careful. I get cross contamination will make me flare.
Yeah,
Wow.
noodles and company then.
I'm really lucky. I really don't have any food restrictions. I do notice that my stomach doesn't like it when I eat grease. Grease is like one of those things that I am cutting so far out of my diet.
Stuff sounds great to me.
Lightly buttered toast. No, for years I used margarine, and my parents would use margarine. And then I'm like, and then you learn that margarine is only one molecule away from plastic.
No, it's
And you're like,
not real food.
I'm eating plastic. So I went back to sweet cream butter. I'm like, just give me the real shit, man.
Just don't eat a lot of it. All right.
No.
Yeah,
I love watching. Oh, that's a pretty one.
The beach is done.
That's nice.
But you can't see, like, there's 2 different colors of green on the tree, but
Yeah, it looks like there's one green.
yeah, the detail gets lost in this camera.
Have a good rest, Steph. Hi, Sandy.
All right, Steph.
Bye. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Okay, what can I do? I think I need to put white in the windows of the TARDIS, but that's going to be difficult.
You're gonna have to start painting with toothpicks.
I have done that before.
Okay, so today I'm painting with this little itty bitty silicone tool.
Do your hand first, and then bring it in.
There we go.
It's a little better, yeah.
So yeah, it's a little wedged silicone tip, and then the little ball from a stylus. That's what I'm painting with today.
I'm using a Sharpie. And now
I got my pen too. Yeah, Sharpies are excellent. I knew a guy who once made a design on a saw blade and then painted it with fingernail polish. He loved painting everything with fingernail polish.
Yeah, I don't like the smell very much. Like, this is a little too much.
Mm.
Nail polish, ugh. Too much.
Yeah, I don't like strong smells, but E6000 for me is like a must, so I just have to try to only do it like once at a time.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's a good day.
So it's a day for E6000. Can I go outside? Oh wow, we're at an hour and a half, y'all.
Wow.
Wow.
I haven't even made a huge mess. Oh, my other half will be so happy. I have some days when I decide to craft and the bed is overflowing. It's okay today.
The snow is still falling. It's been falling this whole time, but there's nothing stuck on the ground yet. So,
do you have far to go home?
it's like 30 minutes, so it'll probably be like 45 today.
Just take your time.
Yeah, I'll go I won't go on I-25. Rather take surface roads. Go slower. Because some people don't realize how slippery wet roads are.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's the first rain of the season. We have that problem in my area with that it gets super dry and wet super dry and in the summer. And then the first rain, all the oils that have been sitting on the road surface come up to the top and it is so slick. I never go driving in the first main rain of the season of the fall if I can prevent it.
Yeah, if you're on a motorcycle, you're supposed to wait until the first oil like has washed away because it's super slippery. It's Erin's birthday. We're gonna watch Sandy and Otto.
Sandy and Otto is on too.
In 30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, Friday is a busy night. I'm supposed to have dinner. Do something. I don't know what. But I think after I do this tiny little detail, I'm at a stopping point.
Me too. If they're sticky, the marker won't mark on anything. I love how cute he is.
Yeah, so that's a green sparkle paint on him, and then and some black for the black highlight, and then I can't get my camera to focus today. Some days it's good, some days it's not. And then I watched a gal doing some videos, putting some cards together, and I noticed something that I hadn't thought about doing, and that's she would take a black pen or a white pen, and she would go in and highlight an extra line, do an extra drawing around where she'd already put the sticker to give it a little extra something, and just adding your own just scribble marks within the images. And I'm like,
sure.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's a really good idea. So it's kind of what it helped with the bird. So I gave the bird a little more detail. The black painted is like his beak, his eye, and that little bit of the breast, and then a little bit on his tail. And then the rest of the black outline I just reinforced with my pen.
Nice.
All right. What did I get done? Well, I have 2 completed portals. Where did I put it? Well, so here's the TARDIS. I included tiny writing in the white for the do not.
The police call.
The police call box sign. And then the beach. Got the beachy done.
Nice. Oh, these are so cute.
Then we've got backgrounds of 2 castles.
Cute.
And then I'll start on the UFO. I started doing his beam there.
The transporting beam.
Beam me up. But I think you guys want to wrap it up for the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, is that for your snake lady?
I'm just doing so many snakes right now. It's crazy. I'm doing one that goes around, but it's not ready yet. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting.
No problem. I'm glad I could help out, and I'll have to keep an eye out to either Helen's or my page to see what's happening next week, and we'll go from there. Dolores was going to join us, but she's been they were just getting back from an appointment, so she didn't have time to hop on. But hopefully next week she'll be able to join us per usual.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you.
for advice.
If you haven't followed these ladies, I did include links to everything, I believe, in the description.
Thank you.
And thanks so much.
We'll
Have
see
a
you
great
next time.
weekend, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.